Hey everyone, welcome back to Plot in Minutes. Today we're diving into the legendary 2008 martial arts fantasy film that every Kung Fu fan has been waiting for, The Forbidden Kingdom. This is the movie that finally brought together two absolute titans of martial arts cinema, Jackie Chan and Jet Li. Yeah, you heard that right. These two legends finally shared the screen, and trust me, their fight scene alone is worth watching this entire film. But before we jump into this epic adventure through ancient China, if you love movie breakdowns like this, smash that like button and drop a comment telling me which martial arts movie I should cover next. And don't forget to subscribe, because we've got tons of amazing plot summaries coming your way. All right, let's get started. Spoilers ahead, obviously, so if you haven't seen it yet, well, you're about to know everything. Our story begins in South Boston with a teenager named Jason Tripitikas. Now, Jason isn't your typical American high school kid. This guy's obsessed with martial arts films. We're talking posters covering every inch of his bedroom walls, shelves packed with Kung Fu DVDs, you name it. The movie opens with Jason having this incredible dream. Picture this: a powerful monk wielding a golden staff, fighting off celestial soldiers in the clouds. It's epic, it's mystical, and it's the kind of stuff Jason dreams about every night. He wakes up and realizes he's fallen asleep watching yet another martial arts movie on TV. But here's where things get interesting. Jason's got this special place he loves to visit, a pawn shop tucked away in Boston's Chinatown. The shop is run by this wise old man named Hop, who Jackie Chan brilliantly portrays with that perfect mix of wisdom and humor. Now, Hop thinks Jason is just another white kid trying to learn Kung Fu to impress girls, right? But there's something different about Jason. During one of his visits, while Hop is helping him find some rare Bruce Lee films, Jason spots something that makes his heart stop. Tucked away in the back of the warehouse, barely visible through the dust and shadows, is a golden staff. And not just any staff. It's the exact same staff from his dream. Hop notices Jason's fascination and tells him an incredible story. His grandfather opened this shop about 100 years ago, and this staff has been waiting there ever since. His grandfather couldn't find the owner. His father couldn't find the owner. And now it's been passed down to Hop, still waiting for someone to claim it. So Jason's riding home on his bicycle, probably dreaming about Kung Fu moves, when he's stopped by a girl who's noticed he's been coming to Chinatown a lot lately. He tells her he's interested in Kung Fu, but then trouble arrives. A gang of bullies rolls up, and they're not the friendly type. The leader's name is Lupo, and he's the worst kind of villain: cruel, unpredictable, and violent. They start mocking Jason, going through his stuff, telling him to show them some Kung Fu moves since he's such a big fan. And then they start beating him up. Jason tries to defend himself, but he's just a kid who watches movies. He doesn't actually know Kung Fu. Yet. The bullies quickly figure out Jason goes to that pawn shop, and they force him to take them there. Now here's where things get dark. When they arrive at the shop, Hop is just sitting there. The bullies pretend to be Jason's friends at first, but then they turn violent. They push the old man around demanding money. Jason stands there with tears in his eyes, feeling helpless and guilty. Hop isn't going down without a fight, though. He grabs a pole and smacks one of the thugs right in the head. Good for him, right? But Lupo responds by pulling out a gun and shooting the old man. Even the other gang members are shocked. This wasn't supposed to happen. As Hop lies there dying, he does something crucial. He hands the golden staff to Jason and tells him with his last breath, "Take care of it." Jason grabs the staff and runs, the bullies chasing after him. He makes it to the roof, but there's nowhere left to go. Lupo points the gun at him again. Jason's life is about to end on this rooftop in Boston, but then the staff starts to glow. This mysterious, ancient power activates, and suddenly Jason is yanked backward off the roof. He's falling, and then everything goes black. Jason wakes up in a completely different world. Instead of concrete and buildings, he's surrounded by mountains and traditional Chinese architecture. Instead of his modern clothes, he's wearing ancient robes. He's not in Boston anymore. He's been transported to ancient China. And immediately, things go sideways. Evil soldiers in jade armor ride into a village and start killing innocent civilians. Jason hides behind a haystack, watching in horror, but he's quickly discovered. A soldier on horseback charges straight at him. This is it. Jason's about to die. Again. But then enters one of the coolest characters in the movie, Liu Yan, played by the one and only Jackie Chan. This guy is drunk off his face, stumbling around, looking like he's about to fall over at any second. Liu Yan proceeds to absolutely destroy these armored warriors, using the legendary Drunken Master fighting style. Every stumble is calculated, every movement flows like water. He's turning his apparent weakness into his greatest strength. Jason tries to talk to Liu Yan, but there's a problem. The man's speaking Chinese, and Jason doesn't understand a word. They escape on horseback to a restaurant, and Liu Yan starts explaining what's really going on. And trust me, this backstory is incredible. Liu Yan tells Jason that he didn't end up here by accident. There's a prophecy, an ancient tale about a seeker who would return the golden staff to its rightful owner and end the tyranny of the Jade Warlord. So who's the owner of this staff? None other than the legendary Monkey King, one of the most famous characters in Chinese mythology. This wasn't just any warrior. This was an immortal being with incredible powers and unmatched fighting skills. The Monkey King defended order on Earth with his magical staff, and even an entire Jade army couldn't touch him. Every soldier sent to defeat him was destroyed. His power was absolute, his staff invincible. Word of his defiance reached the Forbidden Realm and the Mountain of Five Elements, the home of the immortals. Every 500 years, the Jade Emperor throws this massive peach feast, where the heavenly ministers drink elixirs of immortality. One sip grants eternal life, freedom from all mortal suffering and desire. The Monkey King crashes this party uninvited. Bold move, right? The Emperor is actually fascinated by this rebellious immortal. But the Jade Warlord, the chief military officer, is not amused. The Emperor tries to keep the peace, suggesting they just give the Monkey King a rank and let it go. But the Warlord's ego won't allow it. He challenges the Monkey King to a duel to see whose skills are superior. And what follows is one of the most epic fights in the entire movie. Jet Li as the Monkey King is absolutely phenomenal. Staff versus spear, immortal versus immortal. The Monkey King is clever though. He creates a clone of himself using his magic, then sits back and watches, laughing as his clone fights. Every attack from the Warlord is deflected. The Monkey King's clone catches all the Warlord's spears and sends them flying back at him. He even throws an axe at the Warlord's head. It becomes clear that the Warlord cannot win this fight through skill alone. The Warlord challenges the Monkey King to fight without weapons, claiming the king is nothing without his staff. The Monkey King, confident in his abilities, agrees and sets his staff aside. The moment the staff is gone, the Warlord starts using magic. The Monkey King realizes too late that he's been tricked. With his last bit of power, he throws his staff far away into the Middle Kingdom. The Warlord then uses his dark magic to transform the Monkey King into a stone statue. For 500 years, the Monkey King has been frozen, waiting for his staff to be returned so he can be freed and take his revenge. and that's where Jason comes in. But Lu Yan tells him there's only one way back. He must return the staff to the Mountain of Five Elements. Before Jason can process this, Jade soldiers burst into the restaurant. They want that staff, and they're not asking nicely. A massive fight breaks out. Lu Yan tries to protect Jason. This is Jason's first real fight, and he's terrible. Then a third person joins the fight, a young woman named Golden Sparrow, played by the beautiful Liu Yifei. And let me tell you, this girl is not here to play around. The three of them escape together, riding their horses through the restaurant and out into bamboo forests. And it's just the beginning of their journey. Golden Sparrow reveals something interesting. Lu Yan is supposedly one of the 8 immortals. But if that's true, why is he drunk all the time? Well, Lu Yan explains that every immortal has their own special drink to sustain their power. For him, it's wine. Without wine, he's powerless. It's both his strength and his weakness. Before they can continue their journey, Jason needs to learn Kung Fu. He's got the staff, but he has no idea how to use it properly. So his training begins. Lu Yan starts Jason's training the traditional way, by making him mow grass with a bamboo staff. That's it. Just swinging at grass over and over again. Meanwhile, back at the Jade Palace, soldiers bring news to the warlord that the staff has been seen in the Middle Kingdom. The peasants are whispering about the prophecy. The warlord is not happy. He kills the messenger and orders them to summon the white-haired witch, a sorceress born of wolves. Things are about to get even more dangerous. The next morning, Jason wakes up alone in the bamboo forest, just him and a mysterious figure in white robes riding a horse. This rider swoops in and steals the staff right from under Jason's nose. Lu Yan and Golden Sparrow come running, and they all chase after this mysterious thief. They track the rider to a temple, where Lu Yan decides to confront him. The rider is revealed to be a monk, dressed in white, who never speaks, also played by Jet Li. This gives us one of the best scenes in the entire movie. Jackie Chan versus Jet Li. The silent monk versus the drunken master. 2 completely different fighting styles. 2 legends of martial arts cinema, 1 epic battle. The silent monk defends with precise, calculated movements. They're both masters at the peak of their abilities, and watching them fight is like watching a choreographed dance of death. They exchange powerful blows, neither one giving an inch. Finally, the staff flies through the air and lands right in Jason's hands. The fight stops immediately. It turns out the silent monk doesn't serve the warlord at all. So now they have 3 masters on their team. But their troubles are far from over. The white-haired witch is hunting for Jason and the staff. Meanwhile, Jason's training continues with both Lu Yan and the silent monk as teachers, though their different styles create some confusion. But Jason's getting better. The results are starting to show. During their travels, they come across bodies hanging from trees, victims of the Jade Warlord's tyranny. Golden Sparrow reveals her tragic past. Her father opposed the warlord, who sent troops to burn their village and kill everyone, including her mother. She's been carrying a jade dagger, planning revenge. As they journey through the desert toward the Mountain of Five Elements, Jason nearly falls, but Golden Sparrow saves him. A connection is forming between them. Lu Yan worries about dying of thirst until the silent monk points to their destination in the distance. One evening, Jason and Golden Sparrow share a quiet moment, talking about family and clouds. Then, the white-haired witch appears out of nowhere. The witch tries to manipulate Jason, but he refuses. A massive fight breaks out. They manage to escape through cherry blossom trees, but the witch shoots an arrow that hits Lu Yan in the back. He's dying. He needs wine or the elixir of immortality from the Jade Palace. A sage tells them that in 2 days, when there's no moon, a hidden path to the Jade Palace will open. That night, Jason makes a choice. He leaves alone to save Lu Yan. When Jason reaches the palace, he offers the warlord the staff in exchange for the immortality potion. The warlord forces him to fight the witch for it. Jason gets destroyed. She's too powerful. She's about to kill him. When the silent monk and Golden Sparrow burst through the doors, chaos erupts. The silent monk fights guards, Golden Sparrow battles the witch, and Jason grabs the immortality potion. The bottle goes flying through the air, past between monks, until it finally reaches Lu Yan. He drinks it and leaps back into action. The warlord wounds the silent monk badly. In his final act, the monk throws the staff to Jason and tells him to strike the Monkey King statue. Jason runs through the chaos and hits it with all his might. Yellow energy explodes through the palace. The statue crumbles, and the Monkey King stands free after 500 years. The silent monk smiles and disappears. He was a clone, made from the Monkey King's hair all along. With one blow, the Monkey King sends the warlord flying. Lu Yan defeats the witch, cutting her hair and sending her falling to her death. But the warlord deflects Golden Sparrow's jade dagger back at her. She falls, mortally wounded. Jason catches the warlord and plunges the dagger into his chest. The warlord falls into the lava. Victory, but at a cost. Jason rushes to Golden Sparrow. She thanks him, speaking in first person for the first time, and dies in his arms. The sage says she chose her fate and offers Jason one wish. "I want to go home," he says quietly. Lu Yan tells him, the teacher and student share a life until their paths part. Jason promises to never forget him. Lu Yan replies, "Then this is true immortality." The Monkey King thanks Jason and tells him to free yourself. The sage blows gently and Jason flies through the clouds back to his own time. He wakes up in Boston bruised and battered. The bullies return, but Jason's different now. He stands, breathes calmly, and unleashes everything he learned. He defeats Lupo easily, disarms him, and ends the fight. Jason calls an ambulance for Old Hop, who will survive. Hop asks if Jason returned the staff. "Yes, I did." Walking away, Jason sees a girl who looks exactly like Golden Sparrow. She says, "See you later," and walks into a store called Golden Sparrow. Jason stands there, transformed by his journey as the sun sets over Chinatown. And that, my friends, is the Forbidden Kingdom. This movie is such a love letter to martial arts cinema. We got Jackie Chan and Jet Li fighting together and against each other. The choreography by Yuen Woo-ping is absolutely stunning. And the movie makes no apologies for being exactly what it wants to be. What did you think of the Forbidden Kingdom? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our plot summaries. Thanks for watching Plot in Minutes, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.